tonight, no, to discuss the problems that have arisen with respect to this 2026 budget. As you know, last week or even earlier, we went to you and explained to you our misgivings about the 2026 budget with respect to the Department of Public Works. How the district budgets all over the country were mangled, and how really serious questions needed to be raised about those budget entries. We raised questions about whether or not the DBM was handling the budget preparations properly, and whether or not what was coming to us was a result of irresponsibility or some oversight that maybe can be justified, no? And we worked, frankly, with the DBM very closely on how to settle all of these things. But, you know, certain serious developments have come about. No? I mean, the Secretary of Public Works has been relieved, of course. He has resigned. And our new, very energetic Secretary of DOTR has become also the new Secretary now of DPWH, which has resulted in the President's instructions to them to do a sweeping review of everything, not just the organization, but also of the budgets that they had submitted. Now, we will recall that in the SONA of our President, he said that he would not allow the national expenditure program of the national government to be mangled, you know, to be disfigured. He said that if that was going to happen, he was going to, you know, accept a reenacted budget instead. He would not, you know, tolerate any of these things happening. So it's in this spirit that we came together and we were talking to one another. And we want to be true to what the President wishes from our House of Representatives. You know, frankly, I am the newest member here. I just came back to Congress this term. So a lot of the issues that were being discussed about prior years, I really was not very familiar with until I was actually briefed by our colleagues here. But I frankly was shocked because, you know, from 2004 when I was here, a lot of things have apparently happened. So, you know, like flood control projects, you know, in tens of billions of pesos, were suspicious. No, there were double entries, there were missing entries, suddenly emerging entries. There were double appropriations. There were oversized lump sum nationwide allocations. So, in the beginning, we were thinking this is maybe just public works, no? But, you know, we have been slowly going over the other agencies as well. Little by little, some things have been appearing, no, and surfacing. In the DILG, for example, where, you know, as you know, I have some experience, some questions, again, recently were raised about, you know, purchase of firearms and whether or not they were in the budget. There was supposed to be an 8 billion entry or insertion in the budgets. Frankly, we have been looking for the item in the 2025 budget for an 8 billion purchase. We didn't so far see it, unless DBM can produce it for us. In the 2026 budget, it's not there either. So we don't know where that whole discussion is coming from. So in the National Unity Party, we have requested Congressman Roland Valeriano, who is head of the Committee on Public Order and Safety, to assess the situation, maybe call a hearing, invite the people concerned to see what is this matter that we are talking about here. Because, frankly, the congressmen are in the dark about this. So, you know, how do we move forward when what has been given to us is very difficult to deal with? For example, in the Department of Public Works, for example, just in our National Unity Party, I've reported to you already previously that maybe 90% of the district budgets were really mangled. In discussions with the other parties, it appears to be a common experience rather than a rare experience. There are already other things we are coming up with in other agencies. No, I will advance to you the information that in the Department of Agriculture, there are indications of similar problems, specifically with reference to farm-to-market roads in the amount of something like 10 billion pesos. No? And we're getting reports that these were also like peddled, no, to certain parts.